Hello Pisces and welcome to your reading for April 2021. Well, I had a lot to say last month, didn't I? I've just had a little listen to it about you and not helping everybody else so much, and oh God, I just like I'm disappointed because I feel like it's still happening in April. Look, it's not as melodramatic as I talked about last month, but it's still here. You're having trouble. You're having a lot of trouble with just keeping yourself. It's almost like you're like a duck, where everything looks calm on the surface, but you're going hell for leather underneath. Look, I'm going to be fairly straightforward with this spread because it looks like there's a relationship here that's coming to an end, and that's going to happen in the first half of April. Do you know what? I don't care. And that sounds really bad, but this relationship looks like it needed to come to an end. I've got celebrations, it was a smart thing to do, and I've got the Chariot, which means you're going to go off and conquer the world after you've left this relationship. Now, I'm not saying it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife. It could be a work situation, a friend of yours, someone in the family. It could be your mother, your daughter, your sister, your brother, I don't know. It could be anybody. But this relationship is finally coming to an end around the first half to the middle of the month. And oh my gosh, I'm kind of really pleased because it's been a bit of a hard road for you, Pisces, and I just want to give you a good read. I want to have a month where I'm giving you all the wonderful things and saying all the good stuff that's happening for you, but I'm still not quite there yet. But you know what? This is probably the first step in the right direction. So once this relationship has come to an end, I think what's going to happen is you're going to fall into a bit of a heap, and I don't mean in a bad way though. It's like you've been under a lot of pressure, and when that pressure is suddenly lifted, and I think once you've done this, once you've finally pulled the pin on this relationship and decided it's not going to, you're not going to maintain it anymore, you're going to fall into a bit of a heap and just get really, really tired, because you've been so focused on, as I said before, trying to keep everybody else happy. And then when you've decided that you're not going to do that anymore, your body's going to have this reaction. And it's very, very common that when we take ourselves away from a toxic situation or a stressful situation, and we give ourselves that peace, that we kind of fall apart. And it's not because we've made the wrong decision, it's because our body is finally going, oh my God, I can finally recuperate, I can finally fall and then recuperate, and then you've got to build yourself up from there. And this is what April looks like for you, Pisces. So as I'm going through this spread, there are big changes coming through this middle of the month. I do see this relationship ending. I see it being a good idea for this relationship to end. Look, even if it's not ending and you're just going to take a break from it, then I'm okay with that too. Because what's happening there is that you are going to fall into a bit of a heap, and you are going to I want you to kind of go to bed and tuck yourself up and go to sleep for 3 weeks kind of thing. That's where I'm going with that, because your body is going to react and you're probably going to get a bit sick and a bit grumpy and that kind of thing. But it's okay. It's all part of the healing process and getting that stuff out of our system. So if you don't let that stuff out of the system, you'll be worse. So it's better to get it out of the system as it happens. All right, so let's have a little look at some other things, because it does... To me, it seems as though by the time I get to the end of the month, there's going to be some sort of movement going on around the house. I've got my 8 of Cups coming in here. You are really tired at the end of the month, and then you're going to make decisions. You're going to make some decisions around the house and moving or relocating or something like that. But certainly there's relocation at the end of the month for you. That could be the house. It's probably going to be the house. But it could be something around work, like relocating work or something like that too. But certainly a relocation heavily at the end of April around some area of your life. Now, here's the thing. Once you've decided to walk away from that relationship and you start seeing things with a different set of eyes, you're going to realize all the injustices that have been happening, and it's really going to play with your mind a little bit. Please, as I said before, just let it all go. Let yourself fall into it. I want you to let yourself fall into a bit of a heap. I kind of need you to, because that's your body recovering from what you've just been through. So I'm sorry, Pisces, that I'm not saying, oh, everything's fantastic. I mean, I feel like it's going to be. I feel like we're finally getting to this point where maybe next month I'm going to see better spreads for you and more happiness for you. This is about you transitioning from where you were to where you're going, and the reaction that your body has as you implement those changes moving forward. You're going to be okay. I've got my Chariot, I've got my Three of Cups, I've got my Ace of Cups. I know that you're going to be fine. It's just a little bit of a road. It's been a bumpy road for you, Pisces, but you're going to be okay. You're going to get there. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the good stuff that's going to come for you in May. Okay? I look forward to talking to you then. Bye-bye.